Welcome to Monty B's Abnormal Remodeling Show. I'm your host, Monty B. And remember, we don't remodel homes. We remodel lives. Today is going to be a special video because we're doing something different here on the Monty B Show. I am going to incorporate a segment which is going to be called the Hope Shot. The Hope Shot. So I have a hope shot here. I got a guest, y'all, today. And this guest is going to give someone out there a shot of hope to that person who struggles with staying clean, to that person who thinks that they can't stay clean, and to the newcomer. The individual I'm about to introduce you to, she and I, we walk the same streets, we walk the same alleys, we have been in the same trap house, and we never got high together, and I didn't really know who she was, but I met her in the rooms of recovery. So, to those out there, I would like to introduce you to this young lady who's doing her thing and who's about to be a hope shot to someone, Victoria. Say what's up, Victoria.
Hey, what's up?
Victoria, I want to say thank you for taking the opportunity to do this. I've been asking people if they would do this, and some people said they would, but they backed out, or they didn't think that they had what it took to be a hope shot. So I want to say fist bump. Thank you. And Victoria, tell the people how much clean time you got, and just give them a couple of minutes of info about yourself, and then I'm gonna hit you with a couple of questions. All right?
Okay. Today we celebrate 5 months and 1 day clean.
5 months. Oof.
And it's been a long time since I've made it past 3 months, so I'm really grateful for that. I've been coming in and out of Narcotics Anonymous for about 4 years, and I think I'm finally starting to grasp a lot of things that I never could get a hold of before. The main thing is just, for me, is to surrender every day at the beginning of the day. Surrender every single day. That's a big one for me that I've learned.
Okay, cool. Tell me, I noticed that you be at a lot of functions that I be at. What did you do, or how do you get connected to that newcomer out there who just came into the rooms and they don't know how to walk up to someone or to use the phone numbers that they do get? Give them some type of guidance on how to get connected.
Okay. So what I had a lot of training in this area because I've been to so many different rehabs, and they trained me how to do it. So this is how you do it. This is how I did it. Go in a meeting. I would go into a meeting, and I would look and listen to the women. Look at how they're living, or how they're acting, how they carry themselves, and listen to what they have to say. And see, my mind would tell me I had to get like everybody's numbers and talk to everybody, and that wasn't the way. That didn't work for me. So what I did is I got a couple females' numbers. I just walk up to them. I'm like, hey, I'm Victoria. I'm trying to stay clean. Can I get your number? And get the number. And then the trick for me is use it like within a couple hours. Don't just put it in. I didn't just put it in my phone and let it sit there. I would go ahead and use it within a few hours. So then I already immediately started developing the relationship with that person. And, started with like 1 and then 2, and then it just kind of grown to a handful of females that are in my network that I can reach out to on a daily basis to get help when I need it. So.
Thank you. Hey. Fist bump. All right. She's giving y'all the game, newcomer. Okay. You, like myself, we have been frequent relapsers. Okay. Now, when you came back 5 months ago, how did you overcome the shame and guilt to come back and show your face again and say, hey, I relapsed, I got less than 24 hours. I am here. How did you get over that? Did it take you a while to stay out there before you decided to come back because of shame or guilt and embarrassment? Help somebody, girl.
Okay. So I started trying to get clean about 25 years ago. And so it's for me, it's been very normal to go out and use and then come back in the rooms. Go out and use and come back in the rooms, because I felt like, what else was I supposed to do? I mean, it's either out there or in here. So if I didn't want to be out there, I definitely wanted to come in here. So I didn't really feel, initially, I didn't feel a lot of guilt and shame towards the people in the rooms. My guilt and shame was towards my daughter and my family. That's just, me. But as I started to use the phone numbers and develop relationships with women, and those relationships turned into like really true friendships, that's when I'd say the last year of going in and out that I really felt a lot of guilt and shame, because I could see how it was really hurting my friends. I could see how I was really letting people down who had put time and work into me, and that made me feel really crappy. So the way I got over that was just to come in and stay for 5 months one day and not go back out. That's all I got to say about that.
Who's laughing? Okay. All right. Got another question. How did you go about picking your sponsor? And have you had the same sponsor? Have you switched up? What?
Okay, so this is what's up with that. So the first person, so the second Narcotics Anonymous meeting that I went to, a particular addict came up to me and sat down by me. And I was like, because what people didn't really want to come up and sit down by me out there unless I had something that they wanted, right? So I'm in a meeting, I don't have anything, and so this person comes up and she sits down by me and she just started talking to me. It made me feel, this sounds like really dorky, but I don't care. It made me feel like somebody liked me, you know what I mean? Like, for me, not because I had some dope or I had means and ways to get some dope or whatever. So that was the reason why I chose my first sponsor. And so through the last couple of years, I have worked with several different women who are like the best. But, things change, and sometimes you have to try something different. The sponsor that I'm working with now, the reason why I chose her was, like I said in the beginning, by paying attention to the way this person lives and lives the steps and the spiritual principles in her life. That's why I decided to ask her to be my sponsor, and I'm blessed that she said yeah. So that's what's up with that.
Okay. All right. Hey, y'all. We getting the game over here. Okay, Victoria, tell me something. What is it that you would tell a newcomer who's about to come in the rooms today, or someone who's watching this video? What type of advice would you give them right now that you yourself have done in order to be as successful in this 5 months that you have been? Well, give that person out there a shot of hope with whatever it is that you want to say, whatever.
Okay. I think what I would say is, don't listen to anything that your head's telling you. Like, even if you think it's good or perceive that it's good, don't listen to anything that your head's telling you, because most likely it's the active disease of addiction is trying to destroy you. And pray for whatever attributes that you want. Pray for them before you walk into your first meeting. Pray for surrender, and pray for willingness to walk through the fear, to walk in the first meeting, sit there and be able to listen, and then back to what we just have talked about this whole time is get a number, one number, and use it within a couple hours from leaving the meeting. I guess would be a good start.
All right. Thank you. Fist bump. Bam. That right there was something we're about to add to the Monty B show. She just gave y'all a shot of hope. So if you're out there struggling, I'm going to tag her in this video. And if a woman would like to get in contact with Victoria, you will be able to do so. So this is just something that we're starting. Tell me what you think. And remember to be big, be blessed, be humble, and stay connected to the winners like Victoria. Say bye.
Bye.
Thank y'all. Be big today.